much longer till I finally know? 'Cause I'm looking and I just can't see what's in front of me. In front of me. Show me what it's for. Make me understand it. I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is there something more than what I've been handed? I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is that a fucking download? So when and how will I know? Right. All right, we're going to get into this Thursday therapy. All right, so there's like a lot of downloads coming right now, and I don't understand why, because I'm doing Thursday therapy. That doesn't really require many downloads, but I'm getting a bunch of fucking downloads right now, but it's very interesting. Also, y'all have to bear with me. I'm going to eat my motherfucking French toast bread. Okay. Spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra, spirit guides, spirit team, archangels, guardian angels. What messages do you have for the collective this week for Thursday therapy? Please make me a clear channel in order to relay any messages clearly and concisely for everyone to understand. Archangel Michael, place a hedge around me and the collective as I tap into this energy and do this reading. Please keep all negative energy and entities out of my energy and out of this reading, and cause all monitoring spirits to go blind and deaf. Ashe. All right, let's see what we got for Thursday therapy this week. Also, forgive me in advance if I keep checking the time. I am about to go make chili. Yeah, I know I'm eating French toast bread. And after I eat my French toast bread and give y'all this Thursday therapy, I'm going to go make some homemade chili. My beans been soaking since about 12. They're going to be ready to go at about 8:15. So before I let go, we're going to get into this. But yeah, I got chili to make. One thing about me, I love to fucking cook. Just the problem is, my social setting, I saw soul contract, and I don't know, but the problem is my living situation does not allow me to cook like I used to. Interesting. We're going to take those. Okay. The first card out for Thursday therapy this week is Lessons Coming from Soul Contracts. Well, I'll be damned. We've never seen this card before. Lessons coming from soul contracts will show up as recurring patterns, relationships, or challenges that feel deeply familiar, as though they are part of a larger, unseen agreement your soul made before coming into this life. These lessons often push you to confront unresolved issues, deepen your understanding of love, forgiveness, or personal growth, and teach you about your purpose, strength, and resilience. Okay, so an example of a soul contract where you're encountering the same types of relationships or challenges. An example, as far as relationships or people or friendships go, a soul contract would be, it's more like, I'm going to call it a karmic cycle, okay? It's still the same, it's still a soul contract, but to identify it better. So a karmic cycle, you keep encountering the same type of people, as far as like relationships or friendships or whatever. You keep encountering the same type of people over and over. And you're like, why do I keep getting ain't shit women? Or why do I keep getting ain't shit men? because it's something you ain't learning from the ancient men and the ancient women. It's a lesson. It's a spiritual lesson. It's part of your soul contract. It's part of your karmic cycles that you need to learn a lesson for, gain the spiritual discernment or the spiritual common sense for, so you can break the cycle, break the pattern, okay? That's what it is. So the reason why you keep getting with the same type of man, I don't know why I heard Cardi B. Why? The reason why you keep getting with the same type of man. Sorry, talking with my mouth full. How rude. Yeah, you keep getting with the same ain't shit women or the same ain't shit men or the same player type or the same cheater type because you're not learning the lesson. You'll continue to encounter this type of person, place, or thing until you learn the lesson, until you gain the spiritual discernment to let that type of person go. Or until you learn a lesson about loving yourself, not seeking validation outside of yourself, all that shit, etc. Okay, so that's an example of a soul contract. So, leading the lesson, there are things you have learned or are learning from certain soul contracts, certain people, places, or things that have come into your life to teach you lessons. Remember how they say people are either a blessing or a lesson? Some of these people you have soul contracts with are a lesson. There's 2 cards on the floor. Let me grab those, okay? Oh, shit. There's more than 2 on the floor. I'm going to take the 2 that I saw. Hold on. I might need to take all of these. Oh, my Lord. This is going to be a crazy Thursday therapy. I am supposed to take all of these cards, and 6 cards fell onto the floor. This is about to get real deep. Buckle up, buckaroos. Okay. So these lessons coming from your soul contracts, karmic cycles, etc., are to open your third eye and throat chakra. Okay? So these soul contracts, these karmic cycles you are in or have been in, are to help awaken you to your spiritual journey and help you unblock your throat chakra so you can speak your truth. Holy shit, okay? So these cycles, these patterns, these people are lessons to teach you how to open your third eye, use your discernment, your intuition, listen to God, and to speak up for yourself, speak your truth, etc. by opening your throat chakra, okay? Now, this is where it's going to get a little deep, okay? Soul contract, I keep wanting to say karmic cycle. So these people that I'm supposed to be talking about are part of karmic cycles that you were sent here to break. Generational curses that you were sent here to break, okay? These people wanted your third eye to stay closed. They wanted you to stay asleep. They did not want you to awaken to a spiritual warfare and the spell work and all this other shit is, okay? They did not want you to understand or wake up to the spiritual realm, period, okay? And if and when you did wake up, they definitely didn't want you to fucking talk about what it is you have seen, encountered, been through with them, or learned. They don't want to be exposed, okay? So these karmic cycles were meant, again, to awaken you, open your third eye to the spiritual realm, spiritual warfare, spell work, all that shit. And now that you are awakening, or now that your third eye is opening or about to, it's time for you to speak your truth. It's time for you to tell other people what you went through. It's time for you to expose the people that did the things to you, etc. Okay? Tell it on the mountain. The next card that I was drawn to was psychic attacks, which also fell out. So these people that were that you were in these karmic contracts with, these karmic cycles with, like I said, they didn't want you to open your third eye so that you would not see the psychic attacks and the spell work and shit, right? Well, yeah, they were sending psychic attacks, spell work at you to try to keep your third eye closed, to keep your throat chakra blocked, to keep you from awakening, knowing yourself, gaining power and speaking, okay? So needing to address psychic attacks will show up as unexplained feelings of heaviness, fatigue, or anxiety, as if you're being drained of energy or attacked on an emotional or spiritual level. They may manifest as intrusive thoughts, sudden mood swings, or a sense of being mentally or emotionally manipulated, often causing confusion or a lack of clarity in your own thoughts and decisions. So these people were sending spell work to keep you confused. They were sending psychic attacks to keep you confused, to make you think that what you were seeing or thinking once your third eye started to open was crazy, to make you have a throat chakra that was blocked so you could not speak your truth. No matter how much you wanted to, you could not. That was psychic attacks. They were also sending psychic attacks while you slept, so when you would wake up, you would be in a bad fucking mood and have a bad day. They were sending you all kinds of fucking shit, okay? Yeah, they were. They were literally controlling your mood. Literally controlling your fucking mood and your thoughts. Okay? So them controlling your mood and your thoughts cause existential despair. This shows up as a deep sense of meaninglessness, questioning life's purpose, and feeling disconnected from your true self. It often stems from spiritual disconnection or unresolved inner conflicts, leading to hopelessness and confusion about your place in the world. That was them sending these psychic attacks so that you would think, like, again, that you were fucking crazy when your third eye opened. So you would think that what you were seeing was not real. So you would think that what you were hearing from God was crazy, so that you would ignore your fucking dreams, so you wouldn't be able to figure them out. So the psychic attacks caused the existential despair. You didn't know who you were, what you were fucking doing, if you were crazy or not. You couldn't figure out what your purpose was, if you fucking belonged here, if you were crazy, anything. And they wanted you to stay that way. They wanted you to stay asleep. They wanted you to stay that way. Confirmation burp. But now that your third eye is opened or opening, you're seeing through the illusions. You're seeing everything and everyone for who and what they are. And you now need to address the wound of broken trust. Because now that you have seen and realized that your family is not really your family, people at your job and all kinds of other shit were actually after you and were trying to, in some cases, hurt you, off you with voodoo, all kinds of shit. Now you have no trust. You have broken trust because you don't know who the fuck to trust. Because these people that were doing all this shit to you, these soul contracts, these karmic cycles, these were people that were supposed to be close to you. These were family, lovers, friends, okay? People that were supposed to be close to you. So now you have trust issues. Now you have broken trust. Now you have trust issues because now that your third eye is open, you know and understand that these psychic attacks, these spiritual attacks, the spiritual warfare can come from anyone, anywhere, any fucking time, whether they know you or not. So who do you fucking trust? I just heard, who can I run to? Yeah, you don't know who you can run to. Believe me, I have been there. Believe me, I'm still there a little bit. I'm still there, okay? Believe me, I understand, okay? So broken trust will show up as difficulty relying on others, fear of betrayal, and a tendency to isolate or push people away. This wound is rooted in past experiences where trust was violated, leaving a lingering fear of being hurt again, and often manifests as an inability to fully open up or believe in the sincerity of others' intentions. Absolutely. But you're gonna have to spread your wings and fly, hummingbird. Like, example, yeah, when I found out, when my third eye opened all the way and I found out about all the fucking spell work and who it was coming from exactly, my kid's father and shit, that shit fucked me up. And honestly, I, for a while, didn't even trust my own fucking kids, okay? So I completely understand this broken trust shit. Because now I use my discernment. I might overdo it. I don't know. But I listen to everything people say. Every fucking word. I think of the definition, how it was worded. And if anybody says anything that I don't fucking like, I don't even block. I'm not even playing those fucking games. Like, I don't trust anyone. But again, my spiritual warfare, my spiritual attacks came from my sister, my kid's father, my brother-in-law, my family, people that, my lovers, like, who, like, I don't really trust anybody, okay? Period. But I'm learning to trust again, okay? Because I can't live my life isolated and in a fucking bubble because I'm not sure. No, I need to trust in my intuition and my discernment and get my black ass back out there because there's stuff I need to do involving my soul contract and my mission that I need to do. And I can't do that if I'm isolated and not trusting anyone at all. You see what I'm saying? So the spiritual discernment, the spiritual common sense that you learn from being in these karmic cycles and soul contracts will help you evolve past the trust issues, okay? 1717. It'll help you evolve past the trust issues, okay? Because you'll be able to listen to God tell you who and what is okay, not okay for you. So, that being said, that gives you a fear of the future because you don't know who to trust. Fear of the future. This will show up as anxiety, overthinking, and an overwhelming sense of uncertainty about what lies ahead. This fear may manifest as a tendency to worry excessively about outcomes, making it difficult to take risks or move forward with confidence. Okay? So, this has caused these trust issues, the psychic attacks, the existential despair, all that has caused you a fear of the future. Because one, you don't know who to trust. So you don't know what could happen in the future because you might be in a position where you have to cut off family, friends. You might have had to leave a relationship. So at this point, you may literally be isolated and alone. Okay? So you don't know what the future holds. Also because some of these people could have been very close to you, like very close family members, lovers, etc. You're not sure if you are able to interact with your family anymore because you don't trust them. So that's a fear of the future because you don't know what's going to happen with your family. You have a fear of the future as far as getting into a new relationship because you don't know, again, who to trust. So you're not sure if you get in a relationship with someone new, if they're going to be someone with that you're part of a karmic contract with, again, and repeating a cycle. But again, like I said, that's what the third eye chakra being opened is for. That's what your spiritual discernment, your spiritual common sense is for. Now that you've been through the spiritual warfare, you know what to look for. You know the signs, okay? So there's nothing to fear in the future because your higher self, spirit, God are with you. They talk to you. You talk to you. Like, your intuition is there. There's nothing to be afraid of. You believe me, you have gained the spiritual common sense to be able to work on these trust issues so that you are not afraid of the future and not afraid of moving forward because these trust issues will keep you stagnant. Like I said, for me, as an example, my north node is spiritual teacher, spiritual guide, spiritual leader. My purpose is to use my throat chakra and my third eye chakra to teach other people about spiritual warfare, about the spiritual realm, about you see what I'm saying? So if I was to stay isolated and in hiding because I'm afraid to trust people, that would fuck up my future because my sole purpose is to teach everyone how to do the same thing I did, how to open their third eye and how to recognize the signs and shit for spiritual warfare and how to get out of it. So I literally have to learn how to heal my trust wounds and my trust issues so that I can fulfill my life purpose. Okay? So it's going to be the same thing for you. You're going to have to learn how to overcome these trust issues. It's going to take time. Believe me, it's going to take some fucking time, but it will happen. You're going to have to learn how to overcome these trust issues. Listen and trust to your discernment and your intuition and God to know what to do, when to do it, who to move with, and who to move against, okay? Because if you do not, these issues will stagnate you and fuck up your future, your destiny, okay? So it's very important that you work on these trust issues, okay? And it's also very important that you continue to work on opening your third eye chakra and opening and unblocking your throat chakra, okay? because I'm getting really strongly, it's time for you to speak your truth. It's time for you to speak your truth. It's time for you to teach other people what you went through and how to come out of it too, okay? Honestly, I think that's it. I feel like that's all I have. Which is cool. Because it's 7:52. And what do I got to go do? Make some chili, okay? Yeah, that is all I have. That was very, very informative. Very informative and right to the point. All right. So, go ahead. I want you to work on these things, your trust issues, okay? Work on those trust issues. Because if you do not, like I said, they will hold you back from moving forward towards your destiny, your soul purpose, your life purpose, okay? So I'm going to close the Thursday therapy right there. That was not a confirmation burp, excuse me. That was just a nice spearmint tea burp. But I will see you guys next week with another Thursday therapy, okay? And hopefully by next week you have started your journey on healing these trust issues, okay? Okay. I will see you next Thursday. Have a beautiful week ahead.